AstroVastu Blueprint for Capricorn Rising, Makara Lagna Saturnian stability, Earth-Air mastery, long-game architecture for authority, karma, and career. 1. First house, Lagna zone, structural integrity. Capricorn Rising is ruled by Saturn and grounded in Earth, moderated by air. This makes the home an infrastructure of responsibility, endurance, and time. Capricorn does not fail from lack of ambition. Capricorn deteriorates when structures feel weak, effort feels unrewarded, and space cannot carry weight. When the overall house lacks structural gravity, chronic pressure accumulates, fatigue appears without a clear reason, a sense of being unsupported develops, career momentum plateaus, bone, joint, knee, and spine issues surface. The Lagna zone must feel load-bearing, reliable, and serious. If the house feels flimsy, Saturn internalizes stress as self-blame. Second house, main entrance, karma gate. This zone governs how responsibility and obligation enter life. For Capricorn Rising, South and West are stabilizing. South provides the strength to carry duty, West supports endurance and delayed rewards. When the entrance is light, flashy, or ornamental, authority weakens, respect erodes, life feels unstable despite effort. A solid, understated entrance communicates this life is built to last. In our third house, living room, authority without display. This space governs presence and command in daily interaction. Capricorn does not need to perform, it needs quiet authority. When aligned, respect is felt, not demanded. Social interactions feel contained, energy remains conserved. When misaligned, feeling ignored, overcompensation through work, withdrawal from interaction. This zone teaches Capricorn how to lead without explanation. 4. Fourth house, inner stability and emotional containment. This zone governs emotional reliability. Capricorn does not seek emotional intensity. It seeks predictability and emotional silence. If disturbed, emotional numbness, chronic inner pressure, difficulty resting. When stabilized, this zone allows Capricorn to feel held by structure rather than emotion. 5. Fifth house, confidence through mastery. This zone governs self-confidence, pride, and disciplined creativity. Capricorn's joy comes from competence, not applause. When balanced, confidence builds quietly, pride feels earned, creativity feels purposeful. When blocked, self-doubt, fear of failure, loss of motivation. House number 6, sixth house, kitchen and sustained fire. For Capricorn Rising, fire fuels work capacity, not passion. When fire is steady, energy sustains, cynicism reduces, health stabilizes. When fire is weak or misplaced, exhaustion, bitterness, burnout. This zone determines whether Saturn can work long without breaking. 7th house, master bedroom, recovery chamber. This is the most critical zone for Capricorn Rising. Here, Saturn either recovers or collapses. When disturbed, sleep feels shallow, pressure follows into rest, emotional withdrawal. When aligned, rest becomes restorative, responsibility feels lighter, authority stabilizes. This is where Capricorn learns that rest is part of duty, not a failure of it. 8. Eighth house, storage, weight, and unfinished burdens. This zone governs hidden responsibilities and unresolved obligations. Capricorn carries more than it shows. Clutter here amplifies invisible burden. When balanced, pressure releases, emotional weight reduces, endurance improves. When neglected, chronic heaviness, feeling trapped, physical fatigue. 9. Ninth house, law, ethics, and long-term meaning. This zone governs Capricorn's moral compass. Without clarity here, effort feels meaningless. When aligned, work feels purposeful, authority feels justified, respect grows. When blocked, cynicism, loss of faith in systems, questioning one's own sacrifices. 10. 10th house, home office and command zone. This is the power room for Capricorn Rising. Capricorn thrives where systems are clear, progress is measurable, authority is recognized. When aligned, career stabilizes, decisions feel grounded, effort compounds. When misaligned, overwork without recognition, career stagnation, frustration. 11. 11th house, institutional support and returns. This zone governs whether effort receives backing. Capricorn needs systems, not sympathy. When balanced, support becomes reliable, long-term gains appear, self-respect strengthens. When blocked, feeling alone in responsibility, distrust of institutions, overworking. 12. 12th house, acceptance, silence, and time. This zone teaches Capricorn the deepest Saturn lesson. Effort is sacred, even when unseen. It governs emotional silence, acceptance of delay, karmic patience. When aligned, pressure eases, peace emerges quietly, endurance renews. When disturbed, insomnia, emotional shutdown, hopelessness. Core AstroVastu principle for Capricorn Rising. AstroVastu for Capricorn is about bearing load without collapse. When your home grounds the southwest, supports the west, disciplines the southeast, reduces emotional noise. Saturn expresses as quiet authority, endurance without bitterness, career stability, self-respect earned, not demanded. A Capricorn home must feel like it can carry responsibility for decades. AstroVastu Blueprint for Capricorn Rising. Saturnian stability, Earth-Air mastery, long game architecture for authority, karma, and career. 1. First house, Lagna zone, structural integrity. For you as a Capricorn rising, the home is not a comfort zone. It is infrastructure. Saturn governs time, endurance, consequence, and responsibility. Grounded in earth and moderated by air, your life stabilizes when structures can carry weight. You do not fail from lack of ambition. You deteriorate when effort feels unsupported, when systems wobble, and when space cannot hold the load you carry. When the overall house lacks gravity, pressure accumulates silently. Fatigue appears without a clear cause. Career momentum plateaus. A quiet sense of being unsupported creeps in, and the body reflects it. Bones, joints, knees, spine. Your Lagna zone must feel load-bearing, reliable, and serious. Solid materials, clear geometry, nothing flimsy, nothing provisional. If the house feels weak, Saturn internalizes the strain as self-blame. When the space feels strong, you finally stop bracing. 2. Second house, main entrance, karma gate. This is how responsibility enters your life. For Capricorn rising, south and west directions stabilize Saturn's karma. South provides the strength to carry duty. West supports endurance and delayed rewards. Your entrance must communicate seriousness, not austerity, but longevity. When the entrance is light, flashy, or ornamental, authority weakens. Respect erodes. Life feels unstable despite effort. I always advise a solid, understated threshold. Firm door, grounded tones, no excess ornamentation. This entrance should quietly declare, this life is built to last. 3. Third house, living room, authority without display. This space governs daily presence. You do not need to perform. You need quiet command. When aligned, respect is felt rather than demanded. Social interactions feel contained. Energy is conserved instead of spent, proving competence. When misaligned, you may feel ignored or underestimated, leading to overcompensation through work or withdrawal from interaction. This zone teaches you how to lead without explanation, through structure, not assertion. Fourth house, inner stability and emotional containment. This is where your system finally lowers its guard. You do not seek emotional intensity. You seek predictability and emotional silence. When disturbed through clutter, inconsistency, or noise, emotional numbness or chronic inner pressure develops. Rest becomes difficult. When stabilized through simplicity, repetition, and grounded order, you feel held by structure rather than emotion. This zone allows you to rest without collapsing. 5. Fifth house, confidence through mastery. This is where your self-worth grows. Your joy does not come from applause. It comes from competence. From knowing something works because you built it. When balanced, confidence builds quietly. Pride feels earned. Creativity feels purposeful and disciplined. When blocked, self-doubt grows. Fear of failure replaces motivation. This space reminds you that confidence for you is the byproduct of mastery, not recognition. 6. Sixth house, kitchen and sustained fire for Capricorn rising. Fire fuels capacity, not passion. This zone governs whether you can work long without breaking. When fire is steady, energy sustains, cynicism reduces, and health stabilizes. When fire is weak or scattered, exhaustion and bitterness appear. The kitchen must support routine and consistency. Nothing dramatic, nothing excessive. This zone determines whether Saturn can endure without resentment. Seventh house, master bedroom, recovery chamber. This is the most critical zone for you. Here, Saturn either recovers or collapses. If disturbed, pressure follows you into rest. Sleep feels shallow. Emotional withdrawal increases. Responsibility never switches off. When aligned, rest becomes restorative. The weight lightens. Authority stabilizes because you are no longer depleted. This is where you learn a crucial truth. Rest is part of duty, not a failure of it. 8. 8th house, storage, weight, and unfinished burdens. This zone mirrors what you carry invisibly. You often hold more responsibility than you show. Clutter here amplifies invisible burden. Pressure becomes chronic. Fatigue deepens. When balanced, emotional weight reduces and endurance improves. Clearing this space is not about minimalism, it is about releasing unclaimed obligations. 9. Ninth house, law, ethics, and long-term meaning. This space governs why you endure. Without clarity here, effort feels meaningless and cynicism sets in. You may question your sacrifices or lose faith in systems. When aligned, work feels purposeful. Authority feels justified. Respect grows naturally. This zone ensures that your discipline answers to meaning, not just necessity. 10th house, home office and command zone. This is your power room. You thrive where systems are clear, progress is measurable, and authority is recognized. When aligned, career stabilizes, decisions feel grounded, and effort compounds over time. When misaligned, overwork without recognition appears. Career stagnates, frustration grows. This space must reinforce command, not constantly test it. 11th house, institutional support and returns. This zone determines whether effort receives backing. You need systems, not sympathy. When balanced, support becomes reliable, long-term gains appear, and self-respect strengthens. When blocked, you feel alone in responsibility and begin overworking out of necessity rather than choice. This space teaches you that endurance deserves reinforcement. 12th house, acceptance, silence, and time. This zone holds Saturn's deepest lesson. Effort is sacred, even when unseen. It governs emotional silence, acceptance of delay, and karmic patience. When aligned, pressure eases and peace emerges quietly. Endurance renews without bitterness. When disturbed, insomnia, emotional shutdown, and hopelessness appear. Here, surrender is not defeat. It is alignment with time. AstroVastu for Capricorn Rising is about bearing load without collapse. When your home grounds the southwest, supports the west, disciplines the southeast, and reduces emotional noise, Saturn expresses as quiet authority, endurance without bitterness, career stability, and self-respect earned rather than demanded. A Capricorn home must feel like it can carry responsibility for decades.